Hello YouTube, this is Ryan, aka the Habitual Line Stepper, back at you with another video. I hope this video finds you well. Peace over everything, because peace is everything. I wanted to say today, there's lessons to be learned all around you. There's lessons to be learned all around you. The longer you live and grow in this life, you're going to have lessons. Whether or not you choose to learn from those lessons is up to you. But it's a teaching moment. Every day, every walk of your life, there's going to be a teachable moment. Be it if you're working with family, if you're working a business, if you're doing your day-to-day 9 to 5, if you're working on finances, you're working on your physical health, you're interacting with people. Anytime you're in a situation where you're working transactions or you're dealing with people, you're going to have some moments. Life is going to teach you. A lot of people, they want to know how to do things and how I'm going to get through things. The answers are all around you. You just have to be willing to learn the lesson, which is a bitter pill for a lot of people to swallow, because oftentimes you are humbled by the lessons life teaches you. Just when you think you got things figured out, something comes across you letting you know that this life is more complicated than you think it is. There's some moments you can do everything right and your situation will not get better. You will not get that desired result. Because I believe that's the way of life, in its way of humbling you and teaching you at the same time. And then there's times where you're just walking aimlessly through, but you're trying. You don't know necessarily where to go and how to do it, so you're kind of like, figuring yourself out, figuring it out, kind of like feeling yourself through the dark. You just know you are trying to get somewhere. And life will wind up working for you. There's no rhyme or reason as to why. But as you are wandering through aimlessly, and I know I have to do something, so I'm going to continue to do this thing until something comes through or something gets better. It's life teaching you patience. It's life teaching you to start trusting yourself. Although there's, like I said, there's no set answer being put in your face at that moment. But what you do know is what I'm doing right now. I'm able to tread water. I'm able to stay afloat in what I'm doing. And you're learning a lot about yourself in that transition. Life is teaching you where you're weak at and where you're strong at. And it's up to you to put yourself in a position where you can strengthen those areas that you're weak at. Learning things. Because as you navigate through this life, there's going to be things that you've never seen before, things you've never experienced before. But the previous experiences, although they may not be what these current experiences are, those previous ones will give you a foundation for you to move into those new experiences with a little bit more boldness and a better understanding of self. So when you're going through life, as I have learned and continue to learn, as I establish myself and build upon myself and learn about myself, I learn lessons to this day that replaces some of the thinking that I had prior. Because I learned that this world has layers. There's levels to understanding. When you're dealing with people, you can't treat everybody the same. And as you walk through life and you have experiences with people, you'll find that people have different mindsets, different morals, different belief systems. And you have to, if you're going to interact with these people, you have to have a understanding that everybody's not going to think like you. Everybody's not going to appreciate the moves that you make or the things that you do. And some of those people who are stark opposites of you will sometimes be the people who will teach you the most, because it'll give you a alternative way of looking at this life and how it's navigated. I like to travel, not only because I like the culture and the food and the people, and the beautiful, scenery and all that, but it's also to understand that what I may think here in America as normal or great, other countries also love their country and they feel their country is great. And although we're different in terms of what each country has to bring, the people of that country wouldn't trade it for the world. None of these countries are perfect, but we, get used to the familiarities and the things that, our families and the culture and things like that, and you grow a love for it. And by me traveling, I've learned so much in terms of how people think, especially differently from me, the cultural differences. It's an education. I'm learning those things, lessons. I want there's goals that I want to have. As I get older, certain things I want to do. I want to retire one day. And by learning different cultures, it gives me options. It's like, hey, I may want to live in a foreign country. Actually, I do want to live in a foreign country. Because I feel like the way certain countries I have visited, the way the citizens actually have a love, a zest, a zeal for life, I find that infectious. I find that, curious to me. I find that refreshing. And so, as I learn different cultures, it answers questions for me. What do I ultimately want to do? What's going to ultimately bring me more peace? What's going to sustain the peace that I already have? What do I need? What do I lack? All these things are being answered as I go through and I learn lessons by traveling and interacting with different people, and just navigating through this life. The answers and lessons are always around you. But you have to put yourself in a space, position yourself in a space where you can learn it. I'm all for eliminating as many distractions as you possibly can and obstructions in your life. Eliminate as much stress, be it financial stress, be it social stress, be it mental stress. Remove it as much as you can so you can clearly see and learn from these lessons that are being taught to you. And sometimes removing those is a lesson in itself. If you're trying to better your financial situation, there's tons of lessons in that. If you're trying to change your social circle, there's tons of lessons in that. If you're trying to improve your mental health, there's lessons in that, because you're going to learn that sometimes you are winning, it's addition by subtraction. Everybody shouldn't have access to you. I'll make that a video. Because your life is your responsibility in terms of how you navigate it and what you're dealing with. And so, again, lessons are all around us. And they're constant, they're continuous. You never learn enough, but you do develop this ability and this capacity to navigate through life easier as you learn these lessons, because you have answers to things, you've experienced things. But you have to get out of your way by clearing out some of the clutter in your mind, and sometimes that includes people, sometimes that includes people close to you. Everybody is not meant to be around you all the time. And again, there's lessons in that. Because you're learning yourself, you're learning what I need and what I don't need in order to navigate this life. It's a constant thing. It's a constant growth. It's a constant understanding. It's a constant reforming and reshaping of who you are as an individual. And you should always be growing and changing and shifting for the better. So with that being said, I hope you got a lot from this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I know there's literally thousands of other YouTube channels, and you chose to sit and listen to mine. I appreciate that greatly. Peace over everything, because peace is everything. Till next time, peace.